time we make ourselves vulnerable, open, willing to embrace another person, listen to their story, let them hear our story. When we think about what the world needs and less about what we need, we are uplifted. I mean, think about it for a second. When you've had the opportunity to serve somebody in need, it could be the smallest thing. Don't you feel, and you don't have to raise your hand or everything. Don't you feel that there is a little bit more spunk in your step? A little bit more joy in your life? And that's one of the things that Jesus means when he says, please take up your cross and follow me. And that giving in love almost always includes sacrifice, the altering possibility of your life, your immediate gratification, to take care of someone else's needs. And we do it actually as those of us that are parents, grandparents, friends, companions, people along the way. We do make those sacrifices. Sometimes we don't even think about it. It just naturally happens. And connecting to others in order to nurture others is one of the most powerful things that Jesus came to teach. There's no getting around it. And the marvelous thing is, for me anyway, I hope for you, when I put my own thoughts in the background and really think about how I can serve somebody, proclaiming God, not just doing nice things, but living the word of God. The things that I'm thinking about, the burdens I might have, they tend, at least for a little while, to disappear. And you know, in the end of all of this, I think that it's the gospel's theory on everything. The more we give, the more we receive. The more we reach our hand out to a friend, the more friends we make. The more friends we make, and our story is out there in the world as having the courage to be with somebody and to bear their burdens as Jesus did for us. And he didn't just speak these words, he lived these words. He lived these words. In our gospel this week, we are looking at Jesus and Peter, because when Jesus is honest and shares what he shared about taking up the cross and following me, Peter's reaction is, no, this can't happen. His fear takes him over. Now, and I tried to read it with a little more emphasis in the gospel piece. Get behind me, Satan. Because Jesus had to snap Peter out. Wake up, Peter. Get with the program. This is what my Father, Jesus speaking, has called me to do. And I am letting you in. I am putting you in the center where you may know and understand. So cast out the fear. Cast out the fear. And don't object. It's going to be painful. Yes, indeed. But I do this. Jesus does this in love. It's not just an act because his Father said so. He did have a choice. And his choice was to choose love. His choice was to choose care. His choice was to give of himself so we could be set free. And in the end, God takes what looks like weakness and gives it strength. There is power in Jesus's actions. Transforms what public disgrace and humiliation into power, into glory, the glory of glories, the Lord of lords, the King of kings. It's never disgraced. It's never, ever made low, because at any point, the angels of the Lord are right beside him. And from that and the intimacy with the Father, he knows his strength. And when he says to the disciples, and he says to us, take up your cross and follow me. Follow me. What is the cross? The cross is, as we choose to enter into this life of ministry, this life of being bold out there in our witness, people are going to say things. People are going to challenge us. Oh, come on, you see what's on the news? There's no way God's interested in anything that's going on here. Not at all. Not at all. Take up our cross and follow Jesus, and the Lord's blessing will be all around us as we go forth. And when we do this, we truly, truly can see what God sees. When we put away all the muck and the mire and the 24-hour cable news and everything else, and we focus with all of our intimacy and intentionality, we're taking up our cross, saying we stand for Jesus. We stand for the word of God, and we proclaim it boldly and lovingly. And thinking about those things is a lot about what our senior remembrance program is all about. We are honoring all those people who put the foundation here. We are here because of them. We continue their work, their ministry, because they showed us the way. They showed love. They showed compassion. They planted the seeds that we harvest to this day.